Hello, people of the internet. We have another basics rank, as I said, new ships, Boros this time, new tech tree. Actually, since new tech tree is in a while, like the last one was K1, and I don't care about K1. Probably a lot of other people don't care about K1 either. But yeah, finally we have a DD line again. I touched the tier 7, the tier 9, and obviously the tier 10. I didn't touch the tier 8, but from the looks of it, every ship in the line is really playable. The tier 9 really surprised me. It looked like a better ship tier by tier than the tier 10. The Christopher it is. But yeah, that's the Burrows. Actually, really good DD, but also decently balanced. Probably on the stronger end for all DDs, because you have the sap, and the smoke is extremely good for engaging, disengaging at will. Obviously limited in terms of time. Like if you just search for a farmer, you go for a Sherman. You just have more smoke time, but basically the same guns. The only thing that really changes between both of them is the sap pen. Like Sherman gets 36, 37. This one gets 38, so you break again the 38 threshold on the US BBs, which is really funny. I already said that in the Irresistible video. The 38mm armor scheme is getting hilariously power crept. And here you are, this sap shooting penning 38 as well. Yeah, what is it? Well, it's a decent arc, really good arc gun DD with sap and HE. Actually, pretty decent speed as well. I mean, otherwise, no gimmicks. Like, you have a speed boost and you have that toggle smoke, which is like the main gimmick now for these ships. They do toggle consumables now. We have the toggle heal on Zibir. We have the toggle smokes on Leffy and Burrows. There's probably going to be like... Oh wait, yeah, they already announced toggle reload booster. It's probably going to be toggle radar afterwards as well or some shit. I don't know. To be fair, pretty interesting gimmick. Really nice to use for farming and disengaging on this one. The Leffy, well, we will come to it in the next video. You only use the smoke for disengaging really, or fighting DDs real quick. This one here actually has some uptime to also farm battleships. For example here, I'm just gonna smoke up real quick. Ah, fuck. Oh wait, he overled. Good. Just gonna turn out and farm. Gonna activate my A again. Oh, we already have a Jaeger up our dick, so quick fast, acceleration. Pretty maneuverable, to be fair, for such a large DD. But the DD itself is massive, and in a brick, it's like really easy to hit this one. Definitely something you have to be in mind. The gun angles are extremely bad. I'm just gonna keep the smoke up as long as the carrier is still above me. And then I'm going to... Oh, is he actually hitting me? Yep. I'm going to pull it off and move. Maybe a bit of wasted smoke time here, honestly. I thought like the farming would be a bit better, but then I got disturbed by a random vent popping up. But yeah, we're just gonna stay here with the Jaeger, zipping around a bit. I'm not gonna commit into the islands. My torps are too little. It's not like you could let the Venezia Repub without Hydro come close and then death strike them with Peats or around islands. It's only 5 torps. We're gonna play it a bit safe. The strength of it is obviously mid to long range farming and or engaging DDs at mid range, because your arcs are pretty good. But since you're fed, something like a Venezia, for example, you kind of have to be careful. Can't really run it down for free. Just gonna torp again. Nice little 10-5 torps. Sometimes you get decent torpedoes, but especially you get fires, which is always important. Like fires is really good for gun DDs in general that have a good amount of HE or fire chance. Also the HE fire chance is 9% with flags, which is pretty high. Pretty good. Arcs are good. Well, I mean, we don't really have control over this flank at all. Maybe my Jaeger spots something. Bit confused at the moment what's going on. Ah, the Shimmer still sits in here. Yeah, Shimmer still sits in there, and there is a Jaeger on the white flank. I think I'm just gonna wait here. The other side is overflowing with our team. The Ven is obviously a big problem for me. There's the Jaeger torps again. Maybe he spread them out wider. I have to angle a bit. Yeah, but 6-5 concealment. You're not that broken. Like, I think the ship would turn into a broken ship really fast if it just had better concealment. 6.5 is needed. The DPM, especially on DDs with the sap when they angle up, is incredible. Quick notice, I have 2 Jaegers here, okay. Quick note that I watched most people play like Sherman or this one, and the general thing I saw on most people is people use it way too much with sap, like against heavier ships. This is like you want to use the sap against only targets that you really pen. You don't want to use it all the time. You don't want to use it against like German BBs. You don't want to use it against Russian BBs. In general, like using HE is better more often against battleships. Cruisers, obviously, if you pen them, the sap DPM is disgusting and you want to use that. I think I moved the Jaeger's probably going to torp my smoke here. So here against the repop, it's 32 coded and it's not saturated yet. So using sap here is extremely good. Then again, if I would have shot HE all the time, I may have gotten him on a DCP and permafire already. But then again, like because there's islands and he can hide, HE questionable in use, because for HE to really get more damage than sap, you would need permafires, because permafire damage is obviously insane. So that would have been needed. So like when you have a target that you can only shoot for a bit, you kind of want to have sap for the alpha, or unsaturated target especially. You want kind of sap, or cruisers, because HE doesn't pen their sides or general armor platings, whereas sap actually does. For example here, like I wouldn't really want to shoot HE, I just shoot sap and hope that my shells penetrate on the side platings. I mean, if he angles it becomes quite awkward. I couldn't pen it really. Someone is running up his ass. Ah yeah, the cool burr. Interesting, okay. Smoke off again. Just like a bit confined to these spots here, because the Jaegers, the BBs, like they're not really giving me space to sit in a lot of places and just farm. Also, the spotting is a bit of a scarcity at the moment. The Ven is always the issue with the random sap shots that I could have. Oh wait, there's the Jaeger. The Ven is behind an island though, so I might just reverse into the Jaeger and grief him. To be a bit careful about the torps. As you can see here, 4-4. 3-4, like that's when you use sap, when the DDs are wide open. Didn't kill him though, so that's sad. Gotta move forward though, I don't know if he has torps ready, I only saw 2 sets. Well, now you just farm again. And once again here, like the man may go dark, it's a 32mm BB, you just use sap. If this is a German BB, I'll probably just shoot HE. The thing is with the Germans or the Russian BBs, that there's basically no part on their ships that you really pen apart from superstructure, but I can pen superstructure with HE2 and get fires. So yeah, people use a bit too much sap on this thing just because the alpha chunks on unsaturated superstructures are extremely high. But you get a high, like it's not that much more than if you pen all your HE shells. So reward wise, the HE is a lot better. And I also felt like, I don't have proof for that I got a lot more already a decent amount, a lot more average than other people by just purely shooting HE, not sap. I feel like that's something that I noticed a lot when I watched other people play Boros. It's too much sap. Like, you get a lot more average if you use HE. It's not only that you don't pen a lot of things with sap on BBs, it's also that, for example, what's it called? The BB captain specs are very incorrect overall. Like, people misspec their battleships quite a lot. Oh, nice. The guy just blind fires me to shit. Pretty cool. As you can see, though, the DPM on flap broadside cruiser is insane. That there it makes no sense to shoot HE, right? Like, the moment you pen it, especially cruisers, you just want the nice nice alpha chunks. Because HE, I don't get alpha at all, apart from superstructure. But here, for example, this guy has no DCP. We shoot HE again. And as you can see, the long-range farming on this ship is also really good. Warp again. Maybe the Jaeger comes around that side. We're going to the cap now. The game is won. We just held the side. Not really much happening. Pretty boring. The BBs, both of them full, never really pushed. The Ven died now. At least the Ven gave me a lot of damage, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, so we're gonna block the cap and we're gonna run against the BBs and farm as much damage as we humanly can, and then the game is over. But yeah, it's like 140-50k average is definitely possible with this thing. Maybe a bit more if you only go for farming, but then it shows in the kills and the win rate most likely. It's always the same with the long-range gunboats. Yeah. As I said, pretty balanced. I like it. On the strong end, but balanced in my opinion. Doesn't have a heal. Pretty large. The gun angles are atrocious. Backwards specifically. Like that's the thing. If you would make the gun angles crazy backwards, then obviously you have a disgustingly effective farmer from Kite. Oh wait, I'm shooting HE or whatever. Kinda nice. You can deal with whatever BB is in front of you, kind of, or it's kind of like Sherman in that sense, right? Like you have HE and SAP, so like doesn't matter what the enemy does, angle or not. But for example, here we're like penning nicely, getting a decent chunk, but he's saturated, so he didn't have fire prevention. He insta-DCP'd one fire, so this is actually where like if I get fires now and I just hit a superstructure, I obviously get more damage through the permas and the HE pens than I get with SAP. Like that's for sure. Question is just, do you get the fires, and also when do you get the fires, like for how long will the fire take? But let's see. We have the HP, we can just farm him down a bit. I think I might even smoke here. See what happens. Game is over in a second. Well, maybe should have shot Sap after all, because I didn't get a fire. Sometimes you get a million fires, sometimes you get 0. It is what it is. Should have shot maybe a bit more Sap here. Yeah, and now that he's healing, we also get the unsaturated, bit more unsaturated penetration damage. But yeah, kind of a quick one. 150k though for basically doing nothing, just shooting a bit of flat cruiser and BB. Not really much happening. Sadly, no kills. But to be fair, in these kind of areas with a lot of islands, the ship doesn't really like islands that much. I mean, I could play it here because there's no hydro, no radar. But you kind of want to stay a bit more open water normally, because just the main strength of the ship still is mid-range trading against DDs and mid to long-range farming on heavier ships first. It's kind of the same for every gunboat that is heavier. You want to kill a heavy ship first before you then have the 1v1, the easy 1v1 against the destroyer. Obviously, unless the DD immediately ins into you or runs it into you. But yeah, also like obviously the sap damage in this game extremely high. That's the thing with the matchmaking. If you get a lot of the BBs, like repub key, where you pen everything, it's amazing. But then again, if I would play against the GK, I would have to go through HE again. In the beginning, like as I said, if you see him for 20 seconds and you know you can only shoot him for 20 or 30 seconds, you can just perforate his superstructure with sap real quick because it's unsaturated, massive damage, and you wouldn't be able to set permafires in that time anyways, because you have to set a fire first, he has the DCP, you have to wait it out, and then you have to get more time to shoot for permafires. So then sap is also good. But don't think too much about the min-maxing. Like you either pen it or not, and to be fair, if BB's angle, if generally like BB's, mostly HE is just better. It's just the case. Yeah. So this is the spec. There's not really much else you can spec. I mean, you definitely want to have AFT. You could maybe trade Fearless Brawl for BFT, so you have generally 5%, not only when you're spotted, and Turret Reverse, because the turrets are actually quite slow, right? So this could be really good. It's more comfortable to play for sure if you play this instead of Fearless. I like Fearless because it's a 6.5 concealment DD. Generally DDs that have guns and play over 6 km conceal, 6 km or above, kind of always get hard lit in DD fights. It's the same for Z42. Like sure, you sit in your short burst smoke a lot and you could spec for 5% from the smokes. The problem is if you engage a DD, you're most likely hydroing it, you're hard lighting each other. So then for the first trade, or generally the trade will most likely happen in a spotted environment. It's also like this one has sap, Z for example, Z42, Z52, doesn't matter, but Z42 has the AP. And the most impactful time for those two ships are when the DD is flat and turning. So like you hard light, you turn out, both are flat, you shoot your AP, you shoot your sap, you get massive chunks. So during that time you want more DPM, that's why I prefer Fearless Brawl a bit. And also obviously open water farming, you get a bit better DPM than just, was it BFT? That's my guess. So like, and then because you have more DPM in that time of the engagement where it really matters, you probably outtrade more, you kill and you save yourself a lot more HP, in my opinion. I mean, it's kind of how I play since forever. Module wise, same as always, same as on every show. And obviously a speed boost mod just because you can. It's also nice, like you only have 3, so having a bit more speed boosty. I think it's bugged, right? Or is it bugged? No, wait, it's not bugged. I don't run Superintendent because it doesn't make sense. So you like 3 speed boosts, get a bit more duration. Then you don't need to take Superintendent because it doesn't give you anything. Quick mention here. It's going to be the same for Laffy. It's going to be the same for Z-Beer. So I will mention it in the next videos again and again. These toggle consumables have currently no means of increasing their duration. It's impossible. The flank doesn't matter for the smoke. The captain skill doesn't matter for the smoke. The module doesn't matter for the smoke. It's impossible to increase. From what I know, the Z-Beer heal for sure isn't. It's not possible to increase it. I don't even know if the flag actually applies to the heal of the Z-Beer. I wouldn't even know that. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I actually don't know. So from what I can tell, I mean, I could be massively wrong here. Maybe someone puts it in the comments. These consumables are literally put in with a certain set of time or like healing value and duration, and you cannot change it. You get what you get. That's it. That's, by the way, also interesting because then you don't have to spec anything on the modules or captain in regards to those consumables. They're basically completely out of the picture, and you can just go for your preferred build, like everything else. Basically, you can go for guns or torps or whatever the hell, or tanking on Z-Beer, nothing, or secondaries on Z-Beer, nothing changes. Like you don't lose anything. Dropping heal skill on a battleship or improved repair party readiness, really, because it's only that one toggle heal. Improved repair party readiness supposedly works on the interval between you shutting off the heal and you re-engaging the heal on Z-Beer. I think that interval gets actually shortened by improved repair party readiness. Someone said that. But to be fair, the interval is like sub 40 seconds, so it's whatever anyways. And in most situations, you heal through most of your heal in one go anyways. Like you wait, because it doesn't matter if you're like engaging half HP. Like the heal is just gonna run until the end anyways. No one is gonna burst and angle Z-Beer down while the heal is running. Unless you torps, obviously. So like, I mean, yeah, okay, I guess if you're suspecting to eat massive amounts of cock from torps, it's probably better to just have the heal on super early and get a lot of HP going. Okay, this is an AFT Fletcher for whatever reason. He's engaging me at very long range. Also turning flat out. Arcs aren't the craziest. I don't get what this dude is pulling here. He actually hit me. I didn't hit him yet. Arcs aren't like the craziest, but they're kinda good. Like, I should have been able to hit him there, but because of my disgustingly trash aim, I wasn't able to hit him at all. That's on me. Maybe wiggled a bit. So yeah, we waited in front of cap a bit. Also, we had the carrier buff. Now I know exactly what is coming. So we're going to... Oh, I think I have to just insta-turn out again. Carrier is back on me. And the Ochakov is... That's why the Fletcher smoked. Now I get it. So we're immediately turning out and going safe again. Okay. Now it's getting really awkward. I think if I... Yeah, I angle out now, I turn my turrets, I smoke, and I hope this guy stays lit. Obviously he doesn't. Nice. Maybe our demented Allende pops a... Yep, he pops a radar. He's actually nice. And I think this Fletcher is just dead to a torp. Yep. Very nice. And this guy's running it down, so I can just use my smoke now and farm the NC. You don't want to run it headfirst into a cap. I mean, it's a gun DD, a very heavy gun DD, so it's the same as for any other heavy gun DD. You don't want to randomly... Okay, he torped in a very weird way. You don't want to randomly run it down into caps. You're easy to spot, you don't know what's that. You want to wait until you know what's actually in front of the cap in front of you. Here again, by the way, I do pen him with sap, but he was really angled. Now that he goes flat and he has his DCP on, you can switch to sap. Thinking a bit about it makes sense. Overthinking it definitely doesn't. Like, I mean, if you shoot HE here, you're just gonna miss out on a bit of damage, but it's not gonna be the end of the world. This is obviously like also saturated NC, so he's not like that crazy. He doesn't give me that crazy of it. Like, because I find myself sometimes not putting this off, even on the ZB here and shit. Like, you just forget to put the toggle consumables off. So now I may have lost a few seconds, but like the re-engaging is so fast. You can actually switch it on and off quite easy. It's really annoying, by the way, for ships to push into you, because you can just leave your smoke and immediately spot them. And then technically, because they're spotted and they want to, like, they're like, okay, I'll shoot anyways or whatever, you can immediately re-engage after they shot. Yeah, it's actually quite, I think the Yorktown kills him. I don't need to open up. It's actually quite a nice gimmick, quite easy to play with, also quite effective, to be fair. They have to be kind of careful with those smokes, not to make DDs, or any ship really, with these smokes that is too broken base. Those smokes really allow you to engage and re-engage at will, go dark at will. It's kind of crazy. Nice gimmick. I mean, they limited the smoke time in general though, so like your farming isn't that cracked. Like, you're not gonna magically sit in smokes for sometimes, like, what is it, 8 minutes on Sherman or more? 9 minutes with the 3 smokes. Like, you can farm a fuck ton with Sherman. Then again, if you mistime a smoke, well, it may just be lost. Lost and useless. I hope my team deals with the NC, but I mean, I have a Los Andes in his face, so should be fine. I'm gonna kill the Öster real quick, and then go into the cap, and then the other Tara GK are obviously my farm target. But obviously my Jaeger is struggling heavily to deal with the Öster. But he doesn't know I'm coming. I think I could probably just let him die to a Torp again. Actually, no, he won't eat that. Here it would have been better to open up with HE, but then again, this alpha is why you play it. It's crazy. You just need a bit of sights. Any D that has to basically turn up for a gun, like, has to turn up to use all its guns and gives you a bit of angle, you shred through it with sap. It's really, really, really good. Also, in that sense, not necessarily a fan of giving sap more and more pen, even on DDs. The ammo type is just a bit of a bullshittery, and that's it. Air sub got lit. Yeah, I have a spotter here now for me. I have a smoke ready, 2 BBs, so this is a really good scenario. Like 2 minutes, still enough to get a lot of damage out. Here, for example, because I have prolonged farming, I just set fires. Also, this guy doesn't have fire prevention, so perfect example again for... To be fair, I'm kind of stealing my own damage a bit here, because the what's it called? The Jaeger will probably hit Torps and then permaflood these people. So like, you could have just said, fuck it, I'm going to stick to sap for maximum alpha. I'm going to smoke now, I don't want to take damage here. Yeah, the way it looks, the Jaeger is just gonna permaflood both, or like definitely permaflood the other Tara, but probably also get some permafloodings or DCP out of the GK. Well, I profit off the GK then. The other Tara actually dodged it. They're just sitting there. Somehow I have a bit of a trouble, sometimes a bit of trouble aiming with these guns. That's the same as Nanning with the good arcs. I don't know, they just feel weird. I guess the GK doesn't have a DCP. Just shoot the GK too. Something I would like to say about the toggle smoke is, even on Boros, like, you should always keep a bit of it at the end. So like, for example here, I would rather like now focus out the GK real quick. And then hopefully, because the secondaries are gone, like, I don't want to shoot here in secondary range. The secondaries are gone, I can open water the other Tara to death. And then I can maybe save up on a bit of smoke. That is my idea here now. Okay, the GK is dead, so I turn smoke off. I don't need it anymore. And I go for the other Tara. You have to be, like, I mean, the more comfortable you are with open watering in this thing, the better. By the way, something you can really, really do a lot in this ship is kind of play it early game with the range and shit, like a Delny, where you just immediately shoot and see what's shooting back. Because you don't mind just popping a bit of smoke to go dark, but you get the information out. It's kind of like lighthouse builds in that sense. Like, why are lighthouse builds so obsessive, so disgustingly effective is not only that you buff your DPM. I mean, it's not even by that much. You get 10% on HE and you proc top grade all the time. It's like 18%. It's like you're not magically killing 12 people or like farming so much faster with 18%. It's great, it's good, especially if you have like something like Hidden with pen, but it's not like nuts because you're also spotted all the time. The benefit is that people shoot you because somehow they can't help it, specifically battleships, but also cruisers, and like sometimes even DDs on you as a gun DD, they just randomly open up and kill themselves and give away, but also they give away their position. So like with this thing here, I mean, just shooting, if you have this on-off switch with the smoke, and you can do a lot of on-off switches, like if you could just, you get free information. You gotta make sure that you don't get fisted like at 15 km by a Ven or something. I mean, or a BB. You should be able to dodge it though at these ranges with speed boost. But then you get your info, and the enemy probably also makes himself lit for 20 seconds. And you could just go dark in the smoke farm a bit, go on. But you get the info out, and that's really, really strong as a DD. Like the further away you can stay in any ship, but still get info, the stronger your engagement will be and the easier it will be for you to take the engagement. That's just simple. That's why sea server creatures and Blooming Comes play with carriers, because they never have to risk their ship. They never even have to take a gamble on any sort of position, even just going mid-range or decently close range. They never have to do that because the carrier just spots everything out for them. If you know what I mean. It's like a very quick game here. Loop probably not the best map for this one. Generally loop, gunboats, it's feast or famine. There's a lot of islands people can hide on and then nothing happens. If they don't kill a ship now, which they won't because nothing over there is actually in danger. They won't kill a ship here. This is going to end at 100k and 4 kills. Find myself getting a lot of kills in this one. That's natural for something like this because you have armament to engage with any sort of ship. Like you fist DDs with the sap, you fist cruisers with the sap, you burn down battleships with the HE. Like you can deal with any sort of class. Technically, you could even argue I can even deal with CVs quite well because, for example, this thing I just pen everywhere. But I won't get there in time. I hoped I would get some farm on the CV going because there's going to be massive sap chunks if I can get it. I didn't even hit. Maybe I get a few volleys out now. Well, it doesn't look too bad. Come on, spot him for me. Yeah. Just a few volleys. Most of them won't even land in time. Like, let's go. Oh, man. Edge. Would have gone for a Kraken here, maybe. Deadly game is over. But yeah, we play another one. This was extremely quick. So yeah. Very strong kited, by the way, because of the smoke. But shit gun angles in kite, but you do have the smoke. But also pretty good nose in. Gun angles forward are really good, or way better than the backwards at least. And you also have the smoke to go dark in. Just play around with the smoke a bit. It's a bit interesting to get used to. But yeah, just overall a great DD. Once again, it's kind of like Laffy in this one, pretty well balanced. But always on the stronger end because they're gun heavy DDs. The moment you have gun DD, it's better than any torp. Like having guns is very consistent damage, and the average DD play is very bad. Most of them torpedo DDs, and they're playing very bad. So very easy to win games with gun DDs. Kinda not that hard. Yeah. Well, here actually could be a radar for once. Last game I don't even think there were radars. The game before, not really either. Not that much radar play, so yeah, DDs at the moment definitely a bit stronger even than they should be, just because people refuse to play radar cruisers. I mean, there's 2 Petros and the rest is just selfish farm shit. I mean, arguably this is pretty nice, Napoli, but I mean, most Napolis and randoms just suck cock. The rest is just selfish farming. Kinda sad as a DD these days. That's why the Raider DDs apparently will always stay the strongest ones in the game. Just because you have the option of Raidering and engaging the DD at will yourself. You don't need any sort of... It doesn't matter if they have a smoke, the enemy DDs, and you don't need a Raider in your own team. Just do it yourself. It's like people just don't play the strong cruisers, I guess. I'd rather sit at 20 kilometers and farm with my Yoshino. My name is AmbaPL. Or my name is Erratica, and I'll play Colbert because I think I'm John the Ruthless, something like that. But yeah. Good upside on this ship. The line is really playable. The tier 7 was good. I never played the tier 8, but I heard it's good too. I mean, it's probably really good, given that the tier 9 is also amazing. You can actually just grind through that line, like spending free XP on it is not needed. There's definitely other lines where you want to skip all of that, specifically older lines. You'd never want to really play older lines. Most of them are shit. Very few of them are really good. But yeah, overall, the entire line is pretty nice. I like it because it's not like broken. Also, a big thing is no heal. I mean, well, if you give these kind of DDs heals, obviously they become harder to punish, and you can just troll around a lot more without any repercussions because, well, you can just heal back. At least they gave it speed though. I mean, that's kind of like overall, like you have nice trade-offs. Fat as fuck, not the best concealment, but then they gave it pretty good speed and the funny smoke. But like, yeah, there's definitely really good. It's really good. Like here, for example, I have to be careful that he doesn't fucking randomly murder me. Ah, no, he overled. Nothing else is shooting me, so I don't have to use my smoke. As I said, you have to be a bit comfortable with open watering. No fire prevention again. Would you look at that? See, like here, for example, it's I don't think he's spotted if I smoke now, sadly. But I also want permas. I think I'll just go forward and angle in. I don't want to risk it. But insta DCP, no fire prevention. Obviously, I'm fucking horny. Horny as shit. Maybe a nice little fire. Yep, we got a perma. And this immediately is like more damage than you would have gotten with Zap. Straight up. Like the permafire is gonna tick me up to like 30k roundabout. And with Zap, I can only pan the superstructure on that one. I mean, I can aim for nose and ass, but I generally don't do that in DDs or shit arc or like Wars arc. Ships or mid-range, mid to long range. Like I just want safe damage and secure damage instead of cheesing it for random spots on ships that I don't hit then. But yeah, good example for oh wait, he's not spotted. Such. Okay, we torpedo here. I think I don't want to open water here. I'm just gonna use my smoke now. Actually, I was dark behind smoke, but fuck it. Obviously, secondary ship, not the greatest. Oh wait, he's still lit in his Laffy. Maybe I can get some... I could get some resets. When they're angled, by the way, the DDs, you should generally switch to HE. It's just safer to get damage. I mean, now he angled up again. But yeah, what I said, don't overcomplicate it. Like, I just want to focus on actually hitting my shells now, rather than getting the maximum of damage, and then I don't get shit, because, well, shit out of luck. I fucked up the aim bad. Oh, the Shimmer ate exactly the torps that would have hit the Libertard. That is really sad. I hope he DCP'd at least, which I think he did, because Sub and Shimmer hit torps or even pinged him. So I think I can just get my permafires and then I... what the fuck? Oh, yeah, okay, he's dead. GG. I get the kill even. And then the next one is coming in immediately after, which is the Colombo. And here, for example, I don't even bother like thinking about not smoking or not. It's a Colombo, it's a Liptard. If I kill it, it's really, really good for the team. Okay, now, for example, he's unspotted. I immediately stop smoke. I got a fire. Just gonna keep sitting here, I think. Ah, he shot. Wait, I'm spotted. Oh, the Hayat up my dick. Ooh, okay, bro. Cool. Well, that's amazing. I'm gonna slow down here, like straight up slowing down and smoking again. Like, you can't go full speed here. This guy DCP'd again. And now I have to run, even if the farming is great. Or could be great. I just have to run. Did the sub eat a torp? I got my fires though. Do I hit a torp again? Nah, fuck. Sad. Got a double though. The gap, man. So close to the torp hits. And the Hayat is up. I mean, that's wild that he comes through middle like this. But I guess my entire team just yielded. Oh, wait, I should have shut off the smoke. See? That's what I mean. I'm so focused on, like, not getting lit and dodging away and watching for the homing peats from the sub, that I'm actually so scared that I don't switch the smoke off. Could have saved, like, 20 seconds there at least. Now I didn't, so, happens. That is not something I want to engage at the moment. I do have my I do have my smoke ready though. And Torps soon too. So I just want to spot the Colombo and get farming on him again. He doesn't have fire prevention, as you saw, like the HE just melts him really quick with the permas. Because he seems to be the insta DCP type. Look at this. There he is again. We just torp in and well, something is using secondary, so I guess I can just smoke. Now those are the Laffy has 8 km, so it wasn't really spooked or oh yeah, look, insta fire again. We can just kill him. Insta DCP again. He did it 3 times now. First time I sadly didn't get to set like a double or triple perma, so he's still alive, but now he's just gonna die because of this. There comes the funny boat that is pretty hard for me to fight, the Petropavlovsk. But he's busy with the Schlieffen Kaited, I think, so I don't think he has a reason to really raider me at the moment. Archfisher and Hayada running. Wait, we have both DD? We had both subs here, right? Yeah, we did. Come on. Let me set some permas, please. Maybe I hit Torps on the Petro. Nah, he's out of range. Wow, I can't set permas now. Look at how protected the idiot is. If I set insta-double, he's just dead. Now he gets to run away. Maybe even live. Oh, I hit the Torp on the Petro. Massive. I'm gonna keep myself some smoke time though now. It's just whatever. Yeah, he's raidering anyway. Perfect timing. I'm gonna keep myself some smoke duration for later. There's still the DDs running around. Also, I can just shoot from this island here. Here, once again, like, you're playing the DD, sure, but you could see that the entire enemy team is pushing on this flank, so you'd never want to, like, fight for cap or DD. Like, there's no point in fighting for the Laffy or the Hayada when there's a Petro, Colombo, Libertard running up my dick. It doesn't make sense. It's just pointless. Like, you die if you do that. You get out-traded by their teammates, so that's really bad. Okay, Arsonist. That's expected, obviously. This one here as well. Like, I penned the deck. I mean, on Guden and Prince, you have to remember they have 40 sides, so you don't pen the sides. But I pen the deck with Snap, but I still opt to shoot HE because 60-second fire is no fire prevention. Like, you just want to get the fires going. People definitely shoot too much Sep with this one. You see it all the time. Just because you get these funny 5k Sep chunks sometimes, or more often than not, and then you're like, well, that's crazy. But that's also because it's unsaturated and everything. I don't know what the Napoli and the Petro are currently cooking over there, but it looks horrendous. Hideous. Hayad and Laffy fucked off. Tried to go middle. Our Napoli is somehow still alive. I do not understand how this is a thing. Probably going to do the live format a bit more, just because, as you can see, you get more average games. I mean, okay, I got a 300k irresistible, but that is kind of average. Like, every second game where you get to farm, you get 300 because irresistible funny. But here on the Boros, you could see it's not like magical 1,000,000 damage every game. You get to be in the range of 100 to 180 most of the time, so it comes out to 130-40k average. Some games you just have to accept that there is a little farm, so you go for kills, the DDs and caps sometimes. Happens rarely though. And well, the game is over. They just over pushed it. Got a bit unlucky with the Torps. Could have had nice Torp hits on Libertard, Laffy. The Libertard ones were really unlucky with the Shimmer dying and parking flat right where the Libertard would have eaten the Torp, so he ate them before. Our Napoli is actually full HP, by the way. He went between a Guden and a Petro and comes out with full HP. Massive, absolute scenes here. Yeah. Is there anything else to say? I guess I could talk about this being the more gun-focused and farm-focused chip, obviously, over Laffy, because Laffy is the other one with the smoke. We're going to do Laffy next video. Laffy is the one that fights basically exclusively for spotting, DDs, and caps, and farms very, very rarely. And it also farms very poorly because of the arcs. It's gearing guns, gearing arcs. This one here, longer smoke time, 3 times the amount basically on the smoke, with really good gun DPM, really good arcs compared to Laffy. To be fair, I also would prefer a 10.5 launcher over a 2 8km launchers. I mean, it's like Laffy, obviously you can't follow up with that much farm if you hit Taurus, but at least Laffy gets the option of getting close and torping. and actually death striking people. But we will get to it when we get to it. This one here, I like it quite a lot. That they gave it a bit of torps too. Also makes the thing quite protected on islands if you decide to play one, or if you get yourself stuck on one. It's not that easy to suicide you out. I mean, you do have 5 torps. So you can even rush yourself if you want to. Oh, we actually have a bit of action right at the end. Here, once again, this is like the thing. I know the game is gonna end in seconds, so I'm not even bothering smoking because of DPM, real big min-maxing, but also I can't set permafires anyways, so I'm just trying to get a bit of alpha in with the sap. But yeah, I mislead them a lot, the guns. It's, I don't know, it's a new type of, it's a new type of gun, like different shell travel time kind of, like nanning. It feels a bit weird, so you have to get used to it first. But yeah, I had like 150, 100 and whatever the fuck 10 it was, 20 last game, not even 10, or just 100k and 150 again. Yeah, just an average game or average games, quite nice. Obviously I run Halsey on it, so in long games, long drawn out games, or specifically also arms race games with heals, because I mean this one doesn't have a heal. Every DD that doesn't have a heal and gets healing buffs in arms race becomes really toxic. Percentage wise, the heal is still the most on DDs, always gonna stay like that. So in those games with a Confederate and a bunch of buffs, you could probably get to 350 quite easily. 400, bit of a different story. Like, you don't have the longest amount of time on the smoke to farm with. It's not like a Sherman in that sense, where you still have like a third smoke left after Halsey proc, after arms race buff and everything, and then you just shred in 2 minute 30, 3 minute smoke. But yeah, pretty much high or like high damage potential as well on this one. But as said, Sherman is a better farmer. If you just want to farm, and it's a safer one too, because you get the hydro. Safer and better, like if you just want to smoke and farm. This one here, it's a bit more engaging. Also like feels a bit more for a lot of people, I would say. Feels a bit better for a lot of people because you have the turrets, the actual 2-gun turrets instead of the single turrets that a lot of people supposedly hate. I don't really mind them. But yeah, that's it for Boros. I would definitely grind it. There's a ton of other DDs that are worth, like, they're not as interesting because they don't have the new funny gimmick smoke, or they're also just straight up worse. I would get it. I would also grind it. Like, the tier 9 is definitely really cool to play. Also, the tier 9 is basically a Boros on tier 9, so you can get yourself used to the ship and the smoke already on tier 9 and then play the tier 10 properly from the get-go because you know how it plays. But yeah, see you in the next video. For Laffy, hope you enjoyed it, and adios.